Justin Trudeau, the prime mistake in Canada, he's putting Canadians at risk, he's putting Americans at risk, and probably people around the world at risk because of the terrorist thing that's going on. ISIS fighters return to Canada, they leave Canada, they return, and they've been fighters, and he welcomes them with open arms, and they have love fests, and he writes some checks. This is really bizarre stuff. I mean, and this is stuff that you can't make up. It's really happening. And when I say that other countries are also at risk, that's because they have Canadian passports. They can fly to other countries. And in terms of America, they can go into the long border between the two countries and walk across, take a boat across, and maybe not even get caught and do bad things. This is going to reflect very, very poorly, badly, pick your verbiage, on Canadians overall. Someday, something bad will happen because of what Trudeau's doing with this terrorist thing in America. And we, because I'm Canadian, we're all going to be banned. They're going to say, stay on that side of the border because we don't ever want to see you again. Let's be preventive. Trudeau. ISIS terrorists have already returned to Canada, and many more are on the way. Why not? It's like having a little cowboy town back in the old days, you know, where all the robbers went. They went out and robbed and stole and killed, and then they came into this little safe zone, which is a little town, and that's what Canada's becoming. Here's a quote rather from a terrorist who recently returned to Canada. He bragged about getting splattered with blood when brutally lashing people who broke the terror group's laws, and he proudly admitted to murdering prisoners. And he knew that he would never be accountable, and he's now back in Canada, and he's actually looking for a check in his shirt. He'll probably get it. This is so disturbing that you have to assume or believe that this is television and that I'm making this up and it's fiction. It's the real stuff. And I mean, y'all need to get on the phone and phone somebody, call the Pope. I mean, I don't know, but we have to deal with this. I guess the biggest course of action or solution is a call to action to get rid of the people that are running the country. The Liberals. It's not just the prime mistake. He's got this group around him, and they're just as bad. Just sharing with you. United States of America, 377 White House employees wander around every day doing various things. There are 110 fewer employees on White House staff now under Trump than any other president. 19 fewer staffers now with regard to the First Lady do their job versus 24 who served for Michelle Obama. Trump donates all of his money, his wage, his salary, $400,000 to the Department of the Interior, and it's used for repairs and so on at military cemeteries. Isn't that funny? You don't hear about that in the regular news all of the time. I mean, that's big stuff, right? And he's doing 10 times more than any other president has done, and he's got almost half the staff in a lot of different departments. President Trump just the other day signed 3 executive orders, and he overhauled the federal bureaucracy, including an order that makes it easier to fire federal workers for misconduct. He's draining the swamp. He's doing a great job. So many people continue to say bad things. You got to look at the results. I mean, that's like saying, you know, I don't like that football guy, but he keeps getting all the touchdowns in every game, right? And you keep talking badly about him. I mean, give him a bloody break. Stop and look at the game. Watch what's going on. The guy's got the ball and he's running across and he's scoring. And President Trump, it doesn't matter if you like him or not. Stop listening to the fake news. Start looking at what he actually does. The country's getting to be a better place. He's draining the swamp. You can't fire people who do bad things. Now you can. That is a big deal. He pushed and pushed with regard to this kneeling stuff and the football games, right? Finally, the NFL has adopted a policy of fining teams and personnel who don't stand and show respect for the flag. Guess what? People are protesting that. How can you protest something like that? You got Democrats and all these other whackers saying, hey, you can't do that. They should all be shipped out of the country. Trump has said that. Get out of the country. Leave my country. And he gets more pushback for that. It's a flag. Be a patriot or go away. Simple, simple stuff. Talking about flags, in Canada, I have one building, and recently I'm getting it rebuilt or rejigged, and I've hired a decorator. And outside, she was coming up with some statue ideas and different things, and it's a high-rise office building. And I said, I want some flags out there. And she said, that's old school. I said, excuse me? And she said, that's old school. Nobody has flags. And I said, well, that's the problem. I want a flag. And I want a Canadian flag hanging out. Even though I'm not proud of the people who are running the country, I'm still proud of my country because I know it can get better, okay? And so finally, under duress or protest, she did that. And I thought, geez, you go to schools, there's no flags anymore. Nobody sings, oh, Canada, what is wrong with you people? Hillary Clinton, what's wrong with her? She declared that there was a crisis in democracy. Really? Hillary, I hate to be the one to break it to you, but you're the problem. You ain't the solution. Y'all come back here tomorrow, get more for you from the right. See ya.